Hallelujah. Let me preach a very short message that God gave to me. The book of John, my God. The book of John, chapter 14, from verse 11 to 15. John 14, 11 to 15. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe for the very work's sake. Verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Verse 13. And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. Verse 14. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you ask anything in my name. This morning, I'm speaking on this subject, ask anything. Ask anything. My goodness. God knows what you need. Follow me. God knows what you need. The reason why God is saying ask, he's asking you or begging you to ask. He said ask. Why is he saying ask? He already knows that you need what he's telling you to ask for. You missed me there. He knows what you need. Because he knows what you need, he's begging you to ask him. You don't understand what I'm saying this morning. God is saying, ask me. They are used to preaching. God is saying, ask. He did not just say ask, he said, ask anything. God is giving human beings a blank check. You don't hear me? He's giving us a blank check. He's saying, ask me anything. I don't know whom I came to preach to this morning. Ask anything. No, you will understand. Ask anything. The reason why he's saying ask anything is because he has everything. Ask me anything. No, you must understand what I'm saying. Ask anything. Somebody say anything. I know the pastor will give you condition. I know your family will give you condition. God said ask. My goodness. Ask anything. Anything? Yes. Anything. I will read another scripture for you, then I begin to preach. John chapter 16. John 16 verse 23. 23 and 24. John 16. He says, in that day you shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever you ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. My God. Whatsoever you ask the Father, whatsoever you ask the Father. The problem with us is that we have refused to ask. No, It's not just asking. You miss me. We're not just talking about asking. You have refused to ask. 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 The reason why you have refused to ask is that what you want to ask, you are looking at the thing from your own point of view. Did you hear that? The reason why you are not asking, because God puts a desire in your heart. When he puts a desire in your heart, your mind begins to speak to you. And your mind begins to tell you how big this thing is, how impossible this thing is, how undoable this thing is. When your mind begins to lie to you, you begin to believe the lie that when God says, ask me anything, you begin to listen to your mind. He said, ask what? Anything is anything. No? We receive not because we ask not. We receive not because we ask not. When you were young, you told yourself, I will be an optician. That was what he put in your heart. And you believed what he put in your heart. That most times when you go to pray, you don't just pray. You pray what you see. Oh, you miss me. The reason why people's prayers are not answered, for your you must see what you are asking first. Your prayer is first seen in your heart. Your prayer is first seen in your heart. So prayer does not start with what you say. Prayer is not what you say. Prayer is what is in your heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. The problem is people speak what is not in their heart. People pray what they don't believe. Holding me. Ask anything. Somebody say anything. God is saying, as God as I am putting the world before you. I am putting the world before you. Look at the world and make a choice. You missed me there. Look at anything you need. Look at anything you desire. And come back to me and ask me for that thing you desire. Ask anything. Our problem is we have stopped dreaming. You miss me. We have stopped what? We have stopped dreaming. We no longer dream. We no longer see things anymore. What happens to us? We are always looking at where we are. We are always looking at where we are. When you talk to a Christian, he tells you where he is. He tells you how bad things are. He tells you of how she has been single for 50 years. She tells you of how it is she just tells you her life story. That's not what God is asking you. He said, ask me anything. Ask me what you are seeing. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? Joseph said, I see you, my father and my mother, bowing before me. That is what he saw. What he saw is what God gave to him. Not noise making. Am I talking to somebody? You receive not because you ask not. You are not seeing anything. People have stopped dreaming. People have stopped believing. People have stopped looking beyond where they are. Until you look beyond where you are, God cannot give you anything. My goodness. We no longer dream. How many times, how many new things have you dreamt of? How many new things in the last 1 year have you presented before him in prayer? You are satisfied with the little job you have. You are satisfied with the 2,000 you have. You are satisfied with the 50,000 you have. He said, ask. People have become comfortable. Somebody say, I'm here. People are comfortable in their position. In case, what if, I know you did not go to school. That's not what God is asking. He already knows you did not go to school. But he's saying, what do you want? But when he says, what do you want? Your reply will be, I did not go to school. When he says, what more can I do for you? You said, I come from Zimbabwe. You think he does not know? You think he does not know that you are not married? You think he does not know that you don't have children? He said, what is wrong with you? I know where you are. Where you are is not my problem. Where we are going, I want you to see what I have laid before you. Help me preach this thing this morning. We have stopped dreaming. We only dream a little bit. Am I talking to somebody? When they wanted to play this rugby they played now, nobody gave South Africa a chance. They were calling New Zealand, England, Wales, France. They said they are going as underdogs. See what underdogs did to the dogs. Am I talking to somebody here? As you don't hear, he says, as far as your eyes can see, as far as your eyes can see. If you want a mansion, you must see it. If you want to move into a new house, you must see it. If you want $1 billion in your account, you must see it. If you need to buy a new house, you must see it. If you need to get married, you must see it. You only pray what you see. You will remain where you are until you see yourself. You don't hear me. I told you a story here. Please, I don't want to get angry with people that live in Tembisa. I told you. When I started playing for Tembisa Classic, they wanted me to live at Mitaring or something. What? Mitaring. They found me a house. Madam, they told me the house was free. Are you listening to me? They say you don't have to pay if you live in Mitaring. Then I said, where's Mitaring? They took me to Mitaring. I said, where are white people? I have been in Nigeria all my life. All I see is black people. I live in black neighborhood. I am tired of seeing black people. When I take a selfie, the selfie must show me and a white man behind me so that they know I am abroad. You don't hear what I'm saying? Am I talking to somebody? As far as your eyes can see, he's ready to give it to you. If you ask anything in my name, I will give it to you. What are you saying? Are you comfortable where you are? Are you comfortable with your situation? What is your eyes seeing? They said you will live in Edlin. You will pay, those days, 20 years ago, 1,000 was like $1 million. They say your rent is 1,300. When I went to look for the place, I said, who is my neighbor? They say, Oyibo, white. I said, who is my neighbor? They say, white. I said, I will take it. I wake up, you don't hear what I'm saying? I wake up in the morning and I wait for my white neighbor to come out. I bring out my phone. Those days, there was no selfie. You understand? I said, sir, can we take a photo? Am I talking to somebody? Let them know I'm living in a different neighborhood. You don't hear what I'm saying? As far as your eyes can see, if you ask anything in my name, I will give it to you. We must begin to dream again. We must believe again. We must have hope again. Where you are is not the end. Where you are, you should not end there. There is so much more. We no longer dream. We no longer dream. We have had freedom for 23 years. We are still thinking appetite. Every little talk, appetite. Every little talk, appetite. Appetite is over. Nelson Mandela saw freedom. That's why he went to jail. Am I talking to somebody? Amen. Martin Luther said, I have a dream that one day the color of our skin will never be an issue in America. They killed him for his dream. What are you saying? Where are you? If you see your husband as a drunkard, he will come out a drunkard. If you see your husband as a stupid man, he will end up a stupid man. If you see your baby as a nuisance, your baby will end up a nuisance. What are you saying? One day, my wife asked me, every time I talk to my wife, I didn't even know it was a habit. When I talked, I would shout, my name is Idah P. Short form, ne? Don't call me Idah P. Put bishop. You must put the bishop there. Idah P. So she asked me one day, why are you always calling your name Idah P? I said, when I was young, they told me I would be a problem. They told me I will amount to nothing. But I went to my room and I told myself, Idah P, don't listen to what they're saying. You are going to be great. You are going to be famous. People will hear about you. Am I talking to somebody? Young people, listen to me. Every time I walk on by myself, I look at my wife and I look at where I'm living, I look at where I'm driving, I tell myself, Idah P, you saw what you are seeing now. You saw where you are living now. You saw what you are driving now. You saw where you are going now. Listen to me. If I am not where I am today, it would have been a surprise. It would have been a surprise. Madam Comfort, you must see yourself in a stadium. If you don't see yourself, you will end choir mistress. You will end up as choir mistress. Am I talking to somebody here? There are blood suckers all around us. There are people sucking our faith. There are people sucking our beliefs. There are people talking to us and telling us how not good we are, how not beautiful we are, how not. You don't hear what I'm saying. Look at me. Look, nobody can confuse me. Ask my wife. Every time I say we're getting older, but the older you get, the more beautiful you are. You understand? You can't be left behind. Am I talking to somebody here? That devil is a bastard. I said, you must see it. That's what he's saying. He said, if you ask anything, why did he say anything? He gave you the blank space to fill in yourself so that tomorrow you don't blame him, so that tomorrow you don't accuse him. He said, if you ask anything, anything, do you know that there were things we wished when we were young? We are living that wish now. We are living that wish now. I remember the first car I bought. Skoro. That car was Skoro. I gave them money to buy the car for me in Cape Town. 6,000 rand. 6,000 rand. Then they bought me a car. Then they told me that the car cannot even move from Cape Town. Cannot move from Cape Town to Joburg. Said the car was coming on his way and it broke down. And they asked me to send more than 6,000 to service the car. I said, leave the car there. Till today, I didn't see the car. What am I doing with that kind of car? They will not carry me to where I'm going. Am I talking to somebody? I said, I sold that car as a seed of the better car I'm going to drive. Listen to me, the car I'm driving, I'm not, don't jealous me, don't think I'm braggadocious. The car that I drive, I switch on the car from inside my house. Amen. I start it inside the room, it starts outside. Amen. I put the heater when it's winter. Let the place be warm before I enter. As you don't hear what I'm saying, as far as your eyes can see, I came for dreamers this morning. I came for dreamers this morning. People will say enough is enough. I see myself flying a plane. I see myself driving my own jet. I see myself living in my own house. Somebody said, talk to me, black man. Ask anything. You don't understand. Ask. Anything is anything. Mahatekele potoko yaka. Anything is what? He did not curtail your asking. He did not curtail your asking. He only presented you a check. Fill the check. So many people have become, do you know, black people. I'm black, so I can talk about black people. Black people are afraid to give. You know why? You know why? They are afraid to give because they don't know the future. They are afraid of the unknown. So anything they have, they hoard it. You will see a black person, your skirt of 1985. The skirt is old, has gone out of fashion. You are afraid to give it because you don't know where the next one will come from. Eh? You will see the shoe is finished. They just keep it. What if I don't have money? What if things become difficult? That's how black people think. Am I talking to somebody? You will see a white man that buys a new iPhone 10 and he gives it to his daughter. You know why? He knows that iPhone 11 is coming. He knows iPhone 11. He's not worried. His intention is to expose the baby for a better life. But the black man will take key, lock the fridge. And you take permission before you drink Coca-Cola. The black man will lock up everything. Will lock up like you are a storekeeper. You will even, you don't hear what I say. They told us a story of a man that was driving a Mercedes Benz. And the wife took the Mercedes to go to the grocery shop. And the Mercedes Benz had an accident. And as they called the man. He said, there was an accident. Man said, how was the accident? They said, bad. He said, and the car? Then said, can the car be fixed? Can the car be serviced? The man said, your wife had an accident. The black man is more worried about a Mercedes than the wife. Because he's already thinking, when will I get another Mercedes? I can change my wife. I can change my wife, but what about the Mercedes Benz? This is our mentality. Am I talking to somebody here? That devil is a liar. I came this morning to stir somebody up that God is not the problem. The problem is what you are seeing. Do you know? Come here, my daughter. Come here. Come here. Let me mess up some people here. Do you know she's a pilot? Do you know where she's just coming from? Which country?
Niger.
Niger, a country of Muslims. Muslims only. That's where she's flying plane. She just came back and told me she just got another job in Iraq. Is it Iraq or Iran?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Would you want to go to Afghanistan? If you don't have vision, you will not go to Afghanistan. Where they are saying there is war, they need a plane to fly there. Am I talking to somebody? We are talking to people with vision, not hanging around in Kempton Park looking for a man that will buy you cell phone, hanging around in Kempton Park looking for somebody that will buy you chicken licky, hanging around in Kempton Park. That devil is a bastard. What is the matter with us? Young girls, aren't you dreaming anymore? Won't you dream? God is waiting for you to dream. As far as your eyes can see. We have become hoarders. Hoard. We hoard. I'm going to pray. The Lord told me that you are going to pray for 20 people that will give $1 million next year. 20 people. That's how to talk. That's how to shout. That's how to include yourself. You are going to say, I'm one of them. I am tired of where I am. I am tired of what is happening to me. I need something greater. I need to dream. Makate. Lira Mahandala, bro. There are businesses to do. You have refused to dream. I just saw somebody did Uber Foods. A black man. Uber Foods. Uber Food. All the Uber does is hand over food to you. Uber Foods. We are here complaining. Pastor does not like me. Member does not like me. If you have money, we will like you by force.
Amen.
Poor people are more difficult to manage. All they do is complain. 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 Complainants don't dream. People that complain don't dream. Our Buka, they are world champions. You don't hear what I'm saying. It is not about France or England. I saw the Prince of England hiding his face yesterday, where a black captain was whipping him left, right, and center. A black captain ruling his world, taking over nations. A black captain, a black captain, a black captain. A black captain. While we are here complaining, they don't like me. They don't want me. My boyfriend left me. God, let him leave. Let him go. Maybe it's the cause of your problem. Let him go. Somebody shout, I'm here. Ask anything. My God. If you understand anything is anything, oh, anything. Where do you want to live? Ask me. Let me tell you the problem. We ask for a while. As we ask for a while, we don't see it. Because we don't see it, we lose faith. The devil begins to lie. The devil looks at you. You have a pain in your neck. And the devil tells you the pain will turn to cancer. You have a pain in your stomach. The devil tells you that your stomach is going to explode. And you sit down and you believe him. The devil has a dream. His dream is what he's sharing with you. He's telling you your stomach will burst. He's telling your neck will be cancerous. That is his own dream. He's waiting for you to reply and tell him what your own dream is. You will tell the devil, what killed my mother will not kill me. What killed my father will not kill me. If cancer killed my uncle, they will not kill me. Satan, I'm looking at you to your face. When I am 70, I will come back and remind you. When I am 80, I will remind you that I am still here. When I am 90, I will remind you that you told me that when I was 40, that I was about to die. But I saw myself with my grandchildren. I saw myself with my great-grandchildren. I saw myself with my great-great-great-grandchildren. Somebody say, preach to me, black man.
Preach, black man.
The Bible says, whom's report shall you believe? Whom's report shall you believe? He said, we shall believe the report of the Lord. Because you see me now, listen to me. My now does not determine my tomorrow. My now does not determine my tomorrow. They came to Jesus. Jesus said, no man takes my life. I lay it down. Me, I lay it down. Don't come and tell me nonsense. I lay it down. I came for somebody here. You think it's over. You think you cannot grow anymore. That devil is a liar. I see you moving into your new house. I see you buying your latest car. Forget those that bought the car 10 years ago. It does not have the same value anymore. Your car will come with talk back to me. The new car they have now is talk back. Have you heard? Oh, the new car is talk back. When you talk, the car talks like Siri. The car says, where are you going? He said, I'm going to something. I'm going to something, William Nichols Street, number 2. He said, okay, Mr. Peterside, have a safe journey. You sit back and the car carries you. Imagine God gives you this kind of car now. And somebody bought a car 10 years ago. The person will be looking for lift. But 10 years ago, he might be laughing at you and saying you don't even have a car. But 10 years later, he's saying, how does this car work? No, look, me, I'm a car freak. Oh. If the car does not have specialty, you don't hear. My God, what my sometimes when you talk like this, they think you're proud, but they don't know what you are seeing. Am I talking? They don't know what you are seeing. What you are seeing, they don't see. So they call you arrogant. When you begin to talk some way, they begin to say, look at you. Whom do you think? Whom do you think you are? You're quiet. No, don't determine my future. What I see, you don't see. Where I'm going, you are not going. It might not look like it now. Yeah. I wrote something in this mind. Sometimes when I have notes, I don't even check this note because something comes from my spirit. There's something I wrote this morning when I was coming. Okay, I've said that. What happens around you does not determine how you win. It says this, as you think on the inside, that is what happens on the outside. What you think on the inside is what God gives to you on the... What are you thinking? As a man thinketh in his... Listen, if you are not a millionaire, just behave like one. You need to walk like one. You don't need, when you are speaking, even if you don't know Queen's English, borrow King's English. Talk like where you are going. Yeah, ish. Everywhere going, you're saying ish. What is ish? My goodness. You are talking like you are still from the streets. What are you thinking? Where do you want to go? One day I took my wife, I said, let's go and sleep in Michelangelo. So I said, let's go out and go and sleep somewhere. She said, where are we going? I said, just go. Let's go. She said, what of my bag? I packed it. She didn't know. I put there. When we got to the gate of Michelangelo, as we got there, they welcome you there. It's not other hotels, you welcome them. This one, they welcome you. Am I talking to somebody? As we got there, they just said, my wife, is that true? They said, hi, you're welcome to the Michelangelo. My wife said, Chineke. Hey, listen. As a man thinketh, you must see. You must see. How can I say this thing? What you ask is what you see. Don't come and waste God's time. What are you seeing? God can only give you what you see. If you can understand this mystery, if you see yourself sick, that's how it is. If you see yourself unmarried, that's how it is. If you ask anything, we need to begin to ask different. I told you about hoarding. I saw a scripture about black people. God will save us. Somebody say amen. Proverbs chapter 11, 24 and 25. Let's read this, then I will begin to pray. Proverbs chapter 11. Verse what? 24 and 25. Proverbs chapter 11. Look at this. There is that scattereth, that he gives, he scatters. He does not hoard. And yet increaseth. He scattereth, yet increaseth. And there is that withholdeth more than is meet. But it ended in what? Poverty. He becomes poor. Verse 25. The liberal soul. Some of you are not married because you are not having a liberal soul. You are complaining every time about your situation. I will not marry a Togolese. I will not marry a Zimbabwean. You have not even seen a fly. I will not marry a this. Your soul is not liberal. Every time they see you, they say good morning, you are frowning your face. They say, how are you? What are you asking me? What kind of question do you ask me this early morning? Your soul is not liberal. Your soul is not free. You are not thinking great things. I left here with my wife and I went on a boat cruise. A boat cruise, I paid $3,000 inside a boat for 7 days. I said, let me see, because when I was young, I saw them in one boat. They called it Love Boat. I don't know who saw Love Boat when you were young. They used to have a boat cruise called Love Boat. Love Boat, they used to have movie inside the Love Boats, like a series. Love Boat. I say, America. One day I will enter Love Boat. As far as your eyes can see. I took my wife, we made our own Love Boat inside that boat. We stayed for 7 days. We went from America to Bahamas. From Bahamas to one other island. We came down and ate and drank coconuts. You know, oh God. You know that straw they put in coke. You only see it in movies. You think it's Hawaii. I said, put the straw there. Let me drink what I see on television. I drank with straw in an island. I said, God is no respecter of persons. God does not care where you come from. God does not care whom your father is. God does not care whom your mother is. If you ask anything, somebody shout anything. A pastor came here one day, wicked pastor. I gave him off, gave him money, gave him food. When he went back to his place, he called his friend. He said, these Nigerians, how did he get the land inside the city? And those of us that are pastors were in the location. If you see location, you end the location. If you see shack, you end in shack. Hey, I touched some people. Oh, if you want to remain in shack, remain there. If you want to remain where your floor will have ground heating, follow me. In winter, you don't need blanket. You change the weather in your ground. Your floor will change the weather. You don't wear tracksuits to sleep with your wife. You can wear your pick. But the weather is, you control the weather. Am I talking to somebody? I will never enter a car without air conditioner. Even if there's an emergency, I will not enter. I have been in heat for too long in Nigeria. For heat to follow me and enter a car here with heat again. You don't hear what I'm saying. Some of you, as I'm talking, will be complaining. Some of you will say, what are they? Is this the gospel? Which other gospel do you want? He told me to ask anything. Now I'm asking anything, you are complaining. If you don't give up in your asking, you don't move away from Faith Street when you're asking, you stay there until the answer comes. But trust me, that answer, as long as you remain, as long as you keep believing, as long as you don't shift your mind, as long as they don't talk you out of your dream, they say, let us see what will become of his dream. They tried to kill him, but his dream was bigger. Am I talking to somebody? His dream was bigger than their plans. The reason why witches are killing you is because you have nothing to offer. I say it again. The reason why witches are killing you is because you don't have anything to offer. When they attack you, you cry. You attack them, you cry. They come close, you cry. You go close, you cry. You don't have anything to offer witches. I'm not a chicken. I'm not talking to somebody. I'm a warrior. I became a, listen to me. Do you know how many sperms I killed before I came out? Sperm. My father's sperm. Do you know they put like 2 million or 2 billion they pour inside. I killed others and came out. Me. As they were trying to, I said, come on, wait there. Hey, come on, wait there. I'm going somewhere. I have a purpose. You come on, what are you going? Some of them would have come out to be drunkards. Some of them would have come out to be hobos and homosexuals and gay. As they were coming, I said, hey, come on, I have to preach the gospel of Jesus. Come on, I have to, come. Only me. Do you know how many ones you killed to come out? We don't want those sperm that died to regret. I say, Father, see the one that came. See. This one killed us and he wants to commit suicide. Why didn't you die before coming out? And allow somebody with purpose to come out. Am I talking to somebody here? You defeated 1 million of them and came out. Why do you want the devil to destroy you now? You scattered so many before you came out. Why are you giving up now? You came here for a reason. What are you here for? What is that dream? You must dream again.